What's going on, y'all? So, okay, this was supposed to be out yesterday, but Ashley took another turn. I was so messed up last night. Girl, I didn't even know I had fell asleep. That's how fucked up I was. And I'm talking about in a good way. Okay. I needed that goddamn release, baby. I had not been messed up like that in a minute, and I was not expecting it. It threw me off. It took me out, but I didn't know. And then, girl, I get out of work. I didn't realize today was daylight savings times. Okay, I just did not realize it. But hey, here we are. Here we are. It's dark as hell outside. I don't appreciate it, but hey, we moving on. Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 5, episode 9. To be or not to be at peace. So we get up into the episode and we see that Courtney, okay, who is Stormy's husband, who has not had a confessional all this time that he's been on this show, which he's barely been on this show. I feel like at this point, Carlos is just giving everybody and their mama a confessional. If you're going to be an extra on the show, you might as well get a confessional too. So, hey, it is what it is. But he took it upon himself. I guess, Stormy and him want to be like the mediators, the peace givers or whatever, because like he said, Stormy is on this spiritual kick and, trying to get the girls together because she's been saying that she wanted to get all of the women together so that they can have a little, come to Jesus moment or a little spiritual type of situation vibe going on. And then Courtney, he wanted to get the men together so that they could just go ahead and kick it and talk about stuff because y'all know in most cases that we see on reality TV or on TV in general, men, they can hold grudges, but most of these cases that we see on these TV shows, they just go ahead and let that shit go. They talk about it, they be pissed off for a little bit, and they talk about it, and the next time they see each other, it's like it happened, but we ain't gonna harp on it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what was going on with the guys. Courtney had them come over there play basketball. Lou said, bitch, I am a baseball type of nigga. I don't do hoops, okay, bitch? That's not what I do. I swing bats. I said, baby, you ain't swinging bats in the bedroom. Why'd I do that? Because Big Lou ain't bothering nobody this episode. He ain't bothering nobody this episode. But anyway, y'all know it's 6:05. This how fucked up it was. Like, bitch, I thought when you supposed to eat weed or whatever, you smoke weed or whatever or something like that, bitch, I thought it's supposed to give your ass the munchies. Baby, how come I lost my goddamn appetite? I just now put something up in the oven to fix. I ain't ate all day. Mind you, I was at work all day. Okay? The only thing that I ate was a piece of fucking Mentos. What the hell? Girl, Ashley, what's going on? I don't know what the fuck that was. Baby just had me mess the fuck up. I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. I probably do it later on tonight. Anyway, but girl, yeah, so, everybody come up in there and they having a good time. Baby, they can't play ball for shit. The only person that they claim that said they can do something is Courtney. Martell said, baby, I know my strength. My strength is not basketball. It's Courtney's strength, but it ain't mine, okay? And so, they get to talking and rapping or whatever, what the guys do, trying to get, caught up with everything's going on. Maurice telling them about the fact that he's about to be the first black-owned, title company, him and Kimmy, but mostly that he said himself, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even involve Kimmy in it. If y'all hear something, I got something in the microwave and it's hissing a little bit. But anyway, moving on from that. So, what's his name? Courtney is looking to get into commercial real estate, He just want to buy the stuff, build it up, and sell that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? And he was looking to Marceau because Marceau was into all of that to help him out. Marceau said, yeah, I'm willing to help him out. Hopefully he'll take to it better than Martell did because he tried to do the same thing with Martell. So, at this point, everything is cool. They start talking and asking, how was everything with Mel and Martell? And, Martell said for now they're going to be they're cool. They're okay. They're on the same page with this parenting situation or whatever. Told them about, Mel inviting them to Destin because this was a family situation that they always went to. They always went on vacation for family, and this just showing a united front that they're all okay for right now. We're trying to put forth that effort. And, you know, Marcel was like, don't you think that's kind of going to confuse the kids or whatever, make them think that y'all possibly could be getting back together? And Martell was like, no, because, you know, my kids, they're smart enough to know what divorce is and all that. But on the one hand, I was about to say, you know, like, the kids ain't dumb. They can figure out whether or not mama and daddy getting back together or they just coming together for a trip or whatever. That's one thing. But I do have to agree with Maurice and Marceau a little bit when they say that, you know, and even Lou to a certain extent, because that's basically what everybody was saying, that even though you guys are getting this divorce or y'all are divorced, you know, coming together as a family so quick after the divorce has settled, you know what I'm saying? Even if the kids are smart enough to know, yeah, mommy and daddy are not getting back together, seeing them together in the same spot for a little bit, of course, it's going to have their minds thinking that it's a possibility. So that's what they're getting at, because if you liked your parents together, and that's all you know, and that's what you enjoyed, and that's what you want, that dynamic to come back, you're going to think that regardless. But, you know, you probably won't mention it, but you'll probably secret hope about it. You know, that's what Maurice, I believe, and Big Lou was saying. So, you know, they're just going to figure it out and everything, and it's cool. Speaking of Melody and Stormy meet up at this little spiritual place. I hope it's where you get your spiritual stuff, you know, your sound bowls and your crystals, and, you know, Melody was like, yeah, girl, because I really need to give me this type of crystal, because, you know, as Scorpios, we need to protect our energy, because when people betray us, people really betray us. And I just feel like, and she was like, girl, what you need to protect your energy from? What you need to be doing is what happened? Like, what's going on? Girl, so of course she got to go tell Stormy. I'm sitting here like, if y'all real friends, like, I'm not finna wait until we get onto the screen to want to talk up. But I know it's for reality TV, but I'm just seeing through a lot of things these days when it comes to reality TV in general, not just this show. It's just the way that we gotta wait until we get on camera to talk about the fact that we had this meeting, you know, a while ago, instead of me just being on the phone calling my homegirl up like, bitch, I just came from meeting these motherfuckers, and do you know, girl, that type of shit. But no, this is for TV, but I get it. Telling them what happened with the little meeting and everything, and, you know, how, you know, Melody, she kept it cool, calm and collected, even when Tisha was throwing a little shade or whatever, trying to be, you know, acting like she didn't know, trying to act obtuse to things and everything. And, you know, she was just trying to keep it calm, cool, and collected, said that they're gonna not do anything to each other, not talk about each other on social media, whatever, lead things to where it's at, okay? And at this point, I was like, cool. And that, Stormy, you know, she was like, so you cool with everybody? You trying to be friends with Tisha? She said, baby, I ain't looking for no friends. Okay. And at this point, I just want people to stop thinking or to bringing up the fact about, you know, Tisha and Mel becoming friends again. Even Tisha, not Tisha, but Mel and Destiny, because I feel like it's just too much. It's just too much. And I wouldn't be able to fully trust that we won't have a falling out like this, especially if we had it more than one time. You know what I'm saying? And so if it was like the first time they had a falling out, okay, cool, I can see that. But it's not. So therefore, I just don't want that. I just want y'all to let it stand what it stand. Okay, we can work together, but we ain't got to be cool like that. We ain't got to have no issues, but that's just what it is. And then Stormy was like, cause, you know, I invited everybody to come to this little get together. And she was like, everybody like, cool. You know, everybody, Destiny, Tisha, Kimmy, and all that or whatever. And Mel was just looking like, girl, I don't know. Cause, you know, I got to protect my space, got to protect my energy. And I was like, girl, you on the call sheet, so you gonna go. That's just what it is. So Mel basically told Stormy, girl, I don't know if I'm gonna show up, but we know she gonna show up. And it's basically because it's like, what do you want us to talk about? Baby, do you notice that Mel brought Tiffany onto the show, and Mel and Tiffany don't really interact outside of that whole shit that we saw about them, you know, with the trying to find her birth parents or whatever. Baby, we don't see them interact no more. Okay, like, that's weird. But I guess y'all really are just business friends. Moving on from that, yeah, Stormy got this whole idea that she want to get everybody together and kumbaya it out or whatever. And like Mel said, bitch, we done talked about this shit we done beat a dead horse, okay? She was like, I mean, I don't know what they did together, but obviously it ain't work, so let me put my little Stormy magic on there. I said, girl, whatever. Y'all bored at this point, because I'm not finna be up in nobody else's business trying to make shit work. If y'all don't like each other, y'all don't like each other, and y'all ain't communicating, that's fine. You know, it ain't gonna affect me. I don't need everybody to get together. I'm not finna do all that other extra stuff. And that's exactly what they doing to drag this shit out. Meanwhile, you know, Courtney meets up with Marceau, and it looked like they was at a hotel or whatever. And I think it was probably a property that he probably had his hands into, you know, help building or whatever. And just giving little rundown of stuff and how he runs stuff and how he would be involved or not involved. And, you know, Courtney tried to mention Martell. And Marceau said, okay. Because whatever help it was that Marceau was trying to get to Martell just wasn't, you know, picking up on it the way that he would have liked him to, you know, utilizing whatever information it was. So it is what it is. Then they get to talking about the whole situation. Well, you know, with Courtney, like I probably mentioned earlier, he wants to get into commercial real estate and more so like flipping stuff, you know, like buying the property, probably being the landlord on the property and selling the property. One of those type of situations, you know, flipping it, selling it off or whatever and getting the money from it. And, you know, Marceau was like, it seemed like he just probably want to invest and get his money off and get that return. And I wouldn't let him do that with me because, you know, you'll try to invest on Monday and then be talking to me on Wednesday like, what's going on with the money, you know, and it don't work that fast. But, you know, they get to talking about business and, you know, if this is just Courtney and this Courtney thing or if this Courtney and Stormy's. And I think Courtney said it was like both of theirs or whatever. But at the same time, I like Courtney and Stormy's relationship when it comes to business to a certain extent because they are very much in tune with each other. And I like the fact that Courtney loves that, you know what I'm saying? Because not too many people probably would want to work with their spouse or whatever. And we see Marceau, we see a completely different situation. We've been seeing how Marceau works. Marceau don't want Tisha always involved. Marceau wants Tisha basically in the house. Whereas you got Courtney who is, you know, doing what he has to do with his wife. Don't care if she probably is bringing in more money. I don't know what his financial stuff is, you know what I'm saying? But he obviously got money or whatever, but she got money as well. And they're doing business together. And he knows how to operate around that. He knows how not to bring that business to the household. Let the business be business, let the personal be personal, and they know how to make money together. And he said if Tisha and Marceau were to work together like that, they can bring in a lot more money. And I just feel like it depends on the dynamic of the relationship. And what's working for Keisha and Stormy will not work for Marceau and Tisha. And mainly because, like Courtney was about to say, if you listen, he said, I feel like you probably just got a problem working with women. And he didn't get it all out. He switched it up and he said Tisha. You know what I'm saying? Marceau is very misogynistic to a certain extent. We know that. He's very old-fashioned. So therefore, you know, working with a woman, aka his wife, giving her half for this and, you know, having to get her to confer with her on certain things, it's just not going to work in all business aspect that he has with her. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to work for them. And especially not this late in the game with them. So, you know, he's so stuck in his ways. Tisha stuck in hers. And, you know, she allowed him to run over her or to, you know, just sit back or whatever and do whatever. And so I was just like, Courtney, that was a good thought. But like Marceau said, they probably be divorced. You know what I'm saying? And wouldn't be making that much because it'd be half because they'll be splitting that because they didn't get divorced. It just depends on the relationship dynamics, and their dynamic does not cause for them to be able to work together, mostly because of Marceau. But then we get over here to Maurice and Kimmy, and you know, Maurice is trying to cheer up Kimmy because Kimmy was hit with some stuff this week of this show, whatever, and he was trying to have a movie night to cheer her up, look at some comedy, because Kimmy found a lump on her breast. And, you know, she said being a nurse, she knows the signs, what to look for. And she found another lump. She said, you know, having a lump is one of the telltale signs that it's a possibility that there is breast cancer. You know, even if you do find a lump in your breast or whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's always going to be cancer, because it could be benign. You know, it could be some fibrosis tissues or whatever, you know what I'm saying, or cysts or some shit like that. But, you know, she said she found another one, and then, you know, she was like, having a lump above on your lymph node, that's a double whammy, you know what I'm saying? So she has to get that tested, and I just feel bad for her. I just really feel bad for her in that moment. So yeah, Kimmy, it's a possibility that she has breast cancer. I'm not gonna say that she does, because I don't know. We'll find out later on in the show. But the way that she was speaking about it in the confessional was kind of like it's more of a possibility that, yeah, you know. And I know we saw in the preview, like, she was taking her hair down and cutting her, I don't know if it was her lace or her weave or whatever, but I feel bad for her. I feel bad for her because, you know, she was sitting in that confessional, or, you know, the interview or whatever, and she was like, you know, she didn't know whether or not she wanted to continue doing the show and put this part of the story out there about, you know, her finding out that she could possibly have breast cancer and going through that. But then she said, you know what? No, let me do this because this could possibly help somebody. And that's what a lot of people have to understand. Sometimes you can be so quiet with your stuff or whatever, especially when you're a public figure. And, you know, sometimes people get upset at you because you didn't put it out there. And I just don't understand how people get upset with a person who don't want to divulge their personal information and the process that they have to go through things. Not everybody want to put things out there, but I applaud people who do put certain things out there to a certain extent, because something like this with breast cancer and cancer in general, any type of illness, that's something that, you know, a lot of women and some men do face every day. Okay. And to see that journey, to see that, and knowing that she's a actual medical type person or whatever, she's a nurse, I feel like that's a good look to put that out there. And because she didn't have to. And see, this type of stuff, and I know it's probably not the drama that everybody wants to see or whatever, but for me, I appreciate stuff like this. Okay, when it ain't so goddamn, I'm more interested now in Kimmy's story and her journey than anything else that's going on in this show. I can care less about what Mel and Martell are going through, because baby, we didn't saw it play out on the fucking internet. Okay, I can give a damn less about Mel and Destiny possibly being cool or not or whatever. Bitch, who cares? Okay, y'all not friends. Let it the fuck go. You know, I can care less about Tisha and Marcel relationship, because I never gave a damn in the first place. This whole situation with, you know, Kimmy and Maurice is probably one of the realest things that we have seen on Love and Marriage Huntsville in a long time. Okay, in a very, very long time. And, you know, the situation that she got to go through with talking to her family, and then, you know, she want to tell her friends, but then she don't, because, you know, she don't want to cry about it, and at this point they don't know, you know what I'm saying? So it's the wave of emotions that you got to go through, and the fact that Maurice was just saying, basically, we're going through this together. You know, it ain't gonna be just you, it's gonna be me, I'm gonna be here, and all of that. I felt that. I was like, oh, you know, Kimmy the only one that I truly, really actually like. You know, we could understand, we can come to the conclusion that Kimmy a messy bitch. Kimmy can be messy as hell sometimes. A lot of the times, it took me a minute to realize that that's what she was doing. But baby, the last couple of seasons, I was like, now, ma'am, you a little bit messy, okay? You are a little bit bone-carrying ass messy, you know? But, you know, I really hope that she's okay. I do. So now it's time for Stormy little peace party, okay? And I'll give Stormy credit because she trying, you know what I'm saying? She came different with it a little bit. She got them just sitting on floors and stuff. Listen, you know, Ashley just would have had to, as soon as I would have saw it, I would have been like, thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna go back to the car, okay? I'm sorry, like, these knees just ain't gonna let me get, I'll probably get down on that bitch, but I just ain't gonna be able to get back up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not, pull up a chair, okay? That's fine, we can do that. But, you know, So that wound up happening, and she got like a violinist outside, and you know, it's like very elegant, classical, whatever, calm, cool, collected. And she's trying to set the atmosphere so that we can know that this ain't gonna be no rah 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 type of shit, bitch. Okay, we trying to come here, we trying to get stuff together. I said, girl, if you can make this shit happen, I'd be goddamn surprised. Okay. Kimmy said this was nice because this is what I needed after everything that she's going through. You know, she don't want to tell the girls nothing because she don't know nothing yet. So, you know, she's going to keep that part to herself. But this little atmosphere is cool. You know, Tisha showed up when she had her shorts on. Let me tell you something. Tisha the only one that showed up the way I would have showed up. Tisha said, listen, well, you said that it was going to be sitting on the floor outside or whatever, so let me put my shorts on and shit. I said, I know that's the fuck right, bitch. Fuck all that trying to be fancy, trying to be cute or whatever. Put on a little sundress and everything. No, girl, let's put on some pants, okay? Let's put on some pants. Let's put on some shorts. Let's be comfortable, okay? You know, okay, maybe a little sundress. That's cute. You know, what Mel had on was cute. I ain't gonna lie, that was cute. You know, Kimmy, girl, that dress was a little short. So how you get down on that floor pulling that thing down like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, Destiny showed up. Tiffany was there. Tiffany always come in her little sundresses, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Tiffany dressed from, you know, she got that sundress from Ashley Stewart or somebody, you know what I'm saying? Or Catherine's. I don't know. But there that is. She should bring out a sundress line, okay? Because that's just basically what she be wearing or whatever. Little House on the Prairie ass. Now, see, that didn't even need to happen. Ashley, why you do that? I don't know. It's just a real easy target. I know. I'm sorry. I apologize. But anyway, so Destiny shows up. And Destiny shows up with her cousin Demi. Mind you, I'm sitting here like, how do you bring a +1 to somebody else's event and don't even ask if they can come? You know what I'm saying? You just don't automatically bring a +1 to somebody's event without asking them if it's okay. Talking about some, you know, I know how Demi know how Martell and Mel is and all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, so you just really come to certain things and you really expect shit to pop off. Like, you can feel how you feel about Mel. Now, to see, this is the difference. From what we saw, Mel said what she said to Stormy, like, you know what? I'm not really in the mood or in you know, mind frame of trying to, you know, be cool with anybody and all that stuff, whatever. And, you know, she said that and when she got there too, when she saw Tisha, you know, say, I'm not trying to be cool with nobody. We just trying to be cordial, whatever the fuck. You know, that friendship ship is gone. But you literally come there and you automatically just think that some shit gonna go down. And even when it came to Destiny, Mel wasn't saying nothing slick in her confessional. At least I can't remember about her. You know, you got Destiny talking about some. The last time I seen Mel, she was up there making a fool of herself, trying to fight her grandma. I said, girl, shut the fuck up. Because she wasn't trying to fight that lady. That lady was trying to fight her, okay? You just, and y'all know I give Mel the fever when I need to give her the fever too. Because it ain't no favorites over here. Well, I love Kimmy. But I call that bitch out too, okay? And I say that with respect, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody probably gonna get offended that I said that. I always say bitch. It just flows out so naturally. So don't take it to heart. But, you know, I was just sitting there like, girl, shut the hell up. You know, you already on thin ice with me. Like, don't come to somebody's event that you didn't even, you invited somebody else. Why would you invite somebody to somebody else's event without telling them? Stormy said, that's okay. I mean, I had a little bit extra. I said, Stormy, you trying to be nice because you're trying to keep the peace. But bitch, I would have said something. Who the fuck is this? I would have been like, peace talks over. We done already started. Wrong road. Wrong road. Bitch, let me tell you something. Portia gave us some stuff. Girl, I've been saying that shit ever since she left the show. But anyway, so that wound up happening. And then Stormy was basically like, she wanted to get everybody together because the last time everybody was together was doing that Galentine's thing. And she feels like, you know, the Galentine's situation went off road and she kind of contributed. She feel like she contributed to that diverting off the path. Here go Destiny. What? I said, yeah, some people can admit their faults and their flaws or whatever. I don't know about you, but you know, some people can admit their faults and their flaws, and I think that was big of her. That was not big of her, that was mature of her, and it was adult of her. So it is what it is. So, you know, Stormy basically wanted everybody to go around the table and do some affirmations or whatever, you know, just to kick things off. And they said what they had to say. When it got to Mel talking about peace and stuff like that, you got Tisha sitting there like this. And then you got Destiny sitting there like... And Destiny, like, girl, you're just so fucking negative at this point. Like, it's not even fun. It's not even likable. Like, I could find some likable stuff about people. But, baby, I cannot like you right now because, you know, I get it that you feel your type of way that you feel about Mel. But it feel like it's very much one-sided at this point. You know what I'm saying? I get that you feel like, you know, had she not came there to Madani, it wouldn't have, you know, your event wouldn't have messed up. I get that part, but I don't know. It's just, you're coming off very weird, okay? Very weird to me, very bitter, very, like, you mean to tell me that you didn't see all of the stuff that went down and see that it really wasn't Mel came there with the intentions to talk to Wanda, but it wasn't to, you know, to go and explode like that. Like, you making it seem like it was her goal to come there and fight and to fuck your event up and all this stuff. Girl, listen, I'm just tired of it. You know, Kimmy get to do hers, and she said, I can be all, I can do all. Mama was tearing up and everything, and they was like, you want to talk about it? She was like, no, not now. And even Mel, she was like, you know, Kimmy is not a crier, so for her to be over there, you know, shedding a tear, whatever, that tells me that something is going on, something is wrong. When she's ready to tell me, she'll tell me. That's basically what you have to do with certain, sometimes with people. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your people. You know, some people will want you to come right out and be like, baby, what's going on? What's going on? And some people just want you to wait and let them come to you for a second. And Kimmy feels like the second part. I'm just wait for a minute. Let me come to you and let me tell you what's going on. But then, you know, Stormy said, fuck this shit. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I want to play a little game. I want to play a game, okay? What I heard, what was said, what I heard, and what was meant, you know? And I said, girl, what is this? Me and Tiffany said, is this therapy or some shit? And everybody looking like, what type of game is this you trying to do? Okay, Mel said, listen, girl, I ain't finna play this. But Tiffany went on, you know, this is so that if you had an issue with somebody, you know, fix it or whatever. I get what she's trying to do, you know, trying to open it up. Baby, my lips look good up in this camera or whatever. I don't know if it's just the camera quality or, you know, they actually look good. They look decent, bitch. Kiki. Anyway, but, you know, she was like, for example, you know, when they had the Galentine situation, her and Destiny got into it or whatever because, you know, she was trying to talk to Destiny and ask her what Mel did to her. Destiny was like, because you kept on talking, you kept on asking me like 3 times. And she was like, you know, I was just trying to figure out what was going on. And, you know, we had our little conversations and y'all get how it is, okay? Basically trying to clear the air, you know. And so, girl, she asked Tiffany, did you have a situation like that where you was like misunderstood or, you know, your point didn't get across the way that it needed to be or whatever, somebody heard differently from what you meant? Tiffany said her ass there was like, no. I said, excuse me. She said, no. Girl, don't mind that shit. Okay, it's just a chat. I had to put stuff up. When I'm gonna put it up, I really have no idea. She's like, girl, no. But then she said, you know what? I feel like everybody done had a situation like that. But if we want to put that out there like that, I guess I could say that, like, I probably had the most issues or whatever with what? Destiny. Here go Destiny. I said, bitch, what? You know that is true? She was like, and Tiffany looked at her and said, this is one thing I can respect about Tiffany. Tiffany will say what the fuck she has to say, okay? She is not going to keep that bitch underneath her breath. If she thinking that she going to say that shit. She says, so what is this, Detroit? He go, Destiny. Yeah. I said, girl, get over it. But the only thing that I will stand with Destiny with on this episode is the whole situation that Tiffany brought up. Tiffany, girl, I don't give a damn if you, I don't know if Destiny or her said that they had spoke about the situation already, you know, prior to this whole, you know, meeting and her talking about some, you know, seeing her ex-husband with somebody or whatever. It was just the way that she said that shit. And for Tiffany to sit there and say that she felt like, you know, Destiny was exaggerating her feelings on it or whatever the fuck. How the hell you gonna tell her that? You came to her party, she don't know you, and you bringing up her ex and him possibly being with somebody else. That's how you said it, girl. And even if you didn't mean it for it to come out that way, that's how it sounds. And once again, you're still basically trying to diminish how she felt in that moment. And we've been telling, that's why we got on your ass in the first place, because you was talking too goddamn much and you was putting your foot in your mouth and you still don't understand, girl. You know, I said, Destiny, just let that shit go, because she not gonna get it. She not gonna get it. Okay, girlfriend. Meanwhile, you know, they was like, Destiny, girl, what you want to talk about? She said, no, I'm good. I'm good with everybody. She said, next. Tisha, Kimmy said, wait a minute, bitch, how I get on me? And then it was like, Tisha said, well, I'm good with everybody, okay? Whatever it is that I had to figure out with whoever, we already figured that out. You know, I'm not, you know, and it was like, it could be anything like from the past or whatever. She was like, no, I'm good. You know, and Tisha, I understood where she was coming from in that sense where, you know, some people just not going to admit their flaws or, you know, take accountability for things. And I said, yourself included, you know what I'm saying? So I get it, you know, so to bring down the drama, she just not going to say nothing. And, you know, they was like, Mel basically said, well, you know, she confirmed the fact and told Destiny, yeah, I did say hello to you. I said hello to Kimmy. I said hello to you. And, you know, Stormy was like, well, now that you know that she said hello, does that change anything? Destiny, without a fucking hesitation, no. I said, all right. All right. Baby, anyway, that was Love and Marriage Huntsville. Destiny is just so, ooh, I get it, but it's just, I don't know, it's just so negative. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about this. I'll see y'all later. Peace.